Let's talk about the 2027 shift, the prophecy of human design. According to this system, we are in the process of becoming consciously aware of the emotional wave, which is a form of energy that flows through all of us, a chemical wave of hope to pain that has always been unconscious within our body. This unconscious wave has been the true ruler of the world. It is the reason why we avoid confrontation and truth. And if the wave is truly becoming conscious, we are going to have the opportunity to see the source of human violence, expectation, and desire. And integrating all of this new information and awareness is definitely going to change our relationship with life, ourself, and each other. So what does this look like in real time? Well, the bargain is breaking. And what that's going to look like is moving from themes of support to themes of empowerment within our relationships. So it's essentially placing faith outside of yourself with the expectation that the other person will fulfill the role. If the bargain is breaking, we can no longer expect people to fulfill that role. And we truly cannot understand the effects of this bargain breaking because this bargain is everywhere. It is within the marriage contract, it is within business, it is our public education system, it is our healthcare system. It is the bargain that we pay somebody to pick up the trash and they come and they pick up the trash. So when these expectations aren't being fulfilled, what is that going to look like? To me, the support side was always based on superiority, inferiority. We could only support each other like that if we all talked the same, looked the same, acted the same, believed the same things, had the same religions, had the same education. And as we grow into empowerment, we are going to realize how unique and different we all are. So this empowerment looks much more like self-love and empowering self-love. Understanding that everyone is different and on a unique path through life and trusting them and their path to take care of them. And when we compare those two things, it's not as bad as it sounds because the support theme might be like, oh, well, he's not going to college. He's already not making the best choices. Saying that would only be in comparison to their own self or what they've seen, but they really don't know anything about him. The empowerment side would look more like, well, he's on his way, and life is putting him exactly where he needs to be on his unique path that we don't know anything about, taking the role of like, I don't know everything for you, and I trust you and life to work together and to discover that for yourself. Giving that space, that freedom, that empowerment to be who you are and to have fun while you're here. And this is why every single Disney movie is about this right now. It's always about parents letting their kids be different from them. We don't have to follow in people's footsteps. We don't have to believe any of the same things. We don't have to be the same at all. And in forcing ourselves into this sameness, we were taking purpose away from people whose purpose didn't fit within that box. And so to me, the evolution of it looks very good, but in the beginning, it didn't look so great. I couldn't imagine losing that type of support. A big piece of this thing is moving out of belief and certainty and into emotional clarity over time. Belief and emotional clarity are so different. Somebody can look at a baby tree and believe like, oh my gosh, this is a tree. This is what all trees are. Whereas emotional clarity would sit down and plant the seed, watch the tree grow, watch it through the seasons, watch it die and fall back to earth, and gain a complete understanding of this thing as what it is instead of just letting that label be good enough, even if everyone's labels look totally different on the inside. And so you might notice people believing some crazy things right now, and that's good and purposeful. I believe the internet is here for that reason, because as we continue to collect beliefs and they start to cancel each other out, we are not going to be able to function with that type of awareness being our main awareness anymore. And so the internet is here to break the beliefs. And as we let people, believe the different things that they're believing, their minds will change and they will move into a new way of processing information. And it can really feel like a conflict between what you see out there and what you feel in here as these beliefs start to break. Integrating this new awareness is a really wild thing because we don't have the certainty that we've always cling to for security. And as we ride these waves and we discover what is true, we're much more in the now, in a place of I don't know, and it's much more truthful and beautiful and natural, but that doesn't mean that it's not difficult to get there. And as a matter of fact, I think that we resist a lot of things that are working their way towards this goal. Life is working for its own goals, and we have the ability to align with that or not. And right now, we have this small window of inner truth where we are in between the themes. We can align to life. We can come into that connection. And doing that is our protection, because that will allow us to be moved to the right places and the right people as the events of the shift unfold. And while I know this is a very long process, possibly feeling the effects 100 years prior to 2027 and 100 years after 2027, it is still coming right up, and the culmination is less than 4 years away. Be on the lookout for a couple more parts to this video, because I will be coming back with more information about the shift.